I'm not about this. So I just stand there. I don't say anything. She's walking behind me. So I turn back and look at her. I did stare at her a little bit to make her feel uncomfortable. And we're about to leave. We're literally checking out. She says, I need to make a quick phone call. Grabs the phone off the front desk. I've got 2 girls in here. And then starts walking off so we can't hear. So I asked her coworker, I was like, is she calling security on us? And she was like, I don't know. This is a mall that I go to frequently. I'm not trying to get kicked out. I don't shop at Pink normally, so I don't have a problem never going in there again. We left and paid. And before we had went to the mall, I was telling Elizabeth how if I ever piss someone off, I've always wanted to make a silly face at them. Like if I accidentally cut somebody off on the road, I wanted to like look at them and be like, make them laugh. Like
instead of flipping them off.
Just one time. One and done. I'll never do it again. Elizabeth, this is my chance. I want to go back in there and make a silly face. When we went back in there to get a fitting room, she said, don't make a mess this time in the fitting room. And I was like, I got to thinking. I was like, I won't make a mess in the fitting room, but I'll make a mess on the floor. Elizabeth's in there trying on her clothes. I said, I'm going to mess something up. There's a big bench of clothes on it. Sweaters all folded nicely. While Elizabeth's in there, there's nobody looking at me. Pushed them all back. One by one. And she told us to be nice before she went to the fitting. I was like, what are we, 5? Like, don't tell me to be nice. Elizabeth said, I'll be nice if you're nice. I about laughed. Elizabeth came out of the fitting room. She said, what did you mess up? I said, you see all those clothes, how they're not there? There was clothes on that bench. They're gone. Obviously, Elizabeth is not buying this shirt. We're walking out, and I'm like, can I get your name? She says, my name's... Want me to spell it for you? She said, better yet, let me just call security. I said, no, you're not. And we left. She went
like y'all did not just do.
What is she gonna tell security? Security's gonna answer the phone, what's going on? She's gonna be like, this girl just made a silly face at me. Like, security's like, so we left. Yep. And that was our last store of the day. We finished it off great. I may never be welcome back to Pink, but at least I made my last day most memorable.
Yes.